Hi guys, welcome back to my weird little YouTube channel. So today I decided that I was gonna go ahead and have a little trip down memory lane with you guys to possibly some of the worst makeup mistakes. Although they weren't mistakes then, I thought they were really good. And sort of try and recreate them for you guys, and yeah, we'll see where it lands us. So the very first one that I want to show you guys is a look that I did when I was probably around 8 or 9, I want to say at the time. So this is what, it's really dusty. Yeah, so this is what we're going to be using to recreate this amazing look. I got it as kind of a funny Christmas present from my mum. And the best part is it's got these really amazing blues right here. And they are going to be for my eyes. So let's go with, I'm gonna go with the dark blue. And we're just gonna smear it on there, because you know what? It doesn't really matter anyway, you know, because it's not gonna last, because I've got no primer, no nothing. I have so many pictures of this look that I wear. I literally, all of the events I ever went to when I was like 13, 14, 15 was this look. It was blue eyeshadow with like a brown lip gloss. So now I'm gonna try and here we go. So this is what I'm gonna use. These lip gloss, this is perfect. When I saw these lip glosses, I'm like, this is what I wore when I was a kid. I basically went for the sparkliest colors ever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, oh, if I can get it to you guys, with this brown glitter right there. Perfect. Because that was literally, I saw that and I'm like, this is my childhood. So we're gonna get that, again, just use your finger, you know, because who needs brushes? Oh my god. This is awful, you guys. This is awful. And there we go. Ladies and gents, that is the finished look of me when I was around 13. That was my idea of my evening makeup look. So whenever I went out, whenever I went anywhere fancy, this is what I wore. I mean, hello. Okay, so now we've moved from age 13, where I refused to wear makeup only when we were going out, to age, I don't know, 9th grade. So I just got into high school, and I figured out what foundation was. So I used foundation. This is the actual foundation that I used. It was from Benefit. It's big, easy, bigger than BB. So that was the one that I used. Again, I had no sort of beauty blender. I didn't use any brushes. I literally just put it on with my fingers. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on. Right, so now I have semi-successfully blended out my foundation with my hands. There's actually more on my fingers than there is on my face, and it's kind of streaky, but you know that was the look I was going for. So at this point in time, I also figured out, okay, I thought I figured out what bronzer and blush were. So I have these two old favorites of mine that I still use today. It's Hoola and Rockateur. But I didn't actually get a proper brush to use, so I just used the brush that came with it. And I didn't quite know where it was supposed to go, so I just kind of put it in the middle of my cheeks. But I mean, technically speaking, it's the right place, it's just not very accurate. And blending was not happening. Like, that was not a thing back then. So we're just gonna, okay. So now we got that on, I just put a little bit of blush on it. And but I think that's pretty much all I did. That was it. It was very minimalist, you know. There were lines everywhere because I didn't know what blending was. Right, So the next mistake that I made was with highlighter. So I had a Benefit highlighter, I think it's called WhatsApp or WhatsApp or something like that, I've forgotten. And I bought it, but I didn't know that it was a highlighter. I thought it was a concealer. So I put it under my eyes instead of along the highest point of my cheekbone. I did that, you guys. This was interesting. So, yeah. And then I put like a few lines along my cheek, kind of in the right area, but like I literally put this everywhere, all on my face, which some people do now. Yeah, so that was the highlighter look that I used back then. Then we have I'm just going to move on quickly to the lipstick because it was literally this thing. You can see it is really manky. I don't even know if I want to show you guys, but it's disgusting. But this is actually the product that I used to use in high school, the exact same one. So I found it for you guys and I'm going to put it on my lips. Let's see if it actually works. Okay. Well, kinda. Yeah, but that was the lip over. Now we're going to move to the most important part. So I didn't actually ever put anything on my eyelids, nothing. And I also never do my eyebrows. I literally had, if I get a picture for you guys, I had a monobrow back then. It was all everywhere. And I'd just been introduced to the idea of eyeliner. So this was the actual one that I used to use. I borrowed it permanently from my grandmother. And it's a glittery one as well. So yeah, perfect. And oh my god, yeah. So I used to try and do my eyeliner. Okay, there is the lovely black glittery eyeliner that I used to wear on my face, and as the very last finishing touch, I used to actually, at this point, I had also discovered mascara. So I put on mascara. I didn't actually curl my eyelashes, I just kind of put it on. So that's what we're gonna do. There we go. This was me in high school. Yeah, no wonder why I wasn't very popular. I mean, yeah. I mean, just look at that. Look at that look. I mean, irresistible. Hello. So I'm gonna wipe this off and we're gonna get onto the very, very last look, which was more recent than I would like to admit. So now I've got all of my high school makeup off of my face again. I'm gonna go to my very last look, which is actually a look that I used to use. I thought I looked amazing when I was in university, yeah. This was, okay, it was the beginning of university, so I was 19 at the time. And when I used to go out, this was the look I wore. So at this point in time, I had actually heard of a beauty blender, but the only snag was I didn't know you were supposed to dampen it. So I used a dry beauty blender to put on my makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead, it was the same foundation I used in high school, it was still the Benefit foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my face and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna see what next monstrosity I did. So now I have got my foundation on. I also put a little bit of concealer on, so I used the Boyne concealer. It's actually really good. Actually everything is really good. It was just that I was not good at putting on makeup, but I was just talking to my sister while I was doing this. And I was saying, I remember sitting in my little dorm room in my mirror thinking that I looked like the... So now we're gonna move on to the next really great step in this look. So I've now discovered what contouring was, or I'd heard of it. I hadn't actually figured out how to do it. And so I have been begging my mum for a contouring palette for the longest time. For whatever reason, we couldn't find them at all. And so for my birthday, I got a contouring palette. It was by Smashbox. I don't have that one anymore, it ran out, so I'm just gonna use this one by NYX. Yeah, and I don't know, I mean, I wasn't great. I used the highlighter and the contouring. I know that there's also a highlighter in there. I didn't use that because I didn't know what it was. So yeah, you can tell that my knowledge was very limited. So, I still have the brush from the Smashbox kit, which I'm gonna use. And yeah, let's get started on this look. Now I'm gonna go in with the highlighter. Can't forget the highlighter. But again, I feel like I only ever knew where the contouring was supposed to go and not the highlighter. So, yeah, it was a disaster. This was awful. I love the idea of contouring and the way it looks on other people, but my contouring was not great, at least back then. I think it's improved now, I hope, but no, this was not cute. Okay, so that is the contouring done. Oh my god, I really don't want to do this next step, but I did actually put bronzer on top of this on my cheeks. I don't want to. Oh, I don't like this. Yep, so I put a little bit of bronzer still on there. Just a little, not like tons, because I really had tons of the contouring on there. But you know what? This was the look, apparently, for me. There. And then I did put some blush. So the same ones again, the Hoola and the Rockateur from Benefit were my go-to babies for this. For those of you that are probably wondering, well, she's used the same brush for the contouring, the bronzer, and the blush. I did actually do that. This was the one brush that I had, so that was the brush that I used. Okay, so we're getting to the end of it. Next, I moved on. This was the only palette that I actually had at the time. It's the Naked 2 Urban Decay palette. And I always use the same two. I really like this combination, just with the look that I was using, it wasn't that great. So I would use Chopper and YDK. So those were the two colors that oh crap, I gotta cover it. These ones there. You get the idea. So trust me, I hope you're not using this tutorial. If you want a different tutorial on a look from Naked 2, we can do it, but this was not a good look. So I just used the brush that it came with, but the brush that it's come with, I've completely destroyed in another video. So I'm just gonna use the one from the Heat palette, but that's okay. That's fine. We're just gonna do it. So I'm just gonna put this on, and then I'll see you guys when I have my finished eye look. Good. So, this is the eye look that I went for. Again, I don't think it's bad, it was only two colours. You can't really go wrong with two colours. So then from there we're going to go on. I did use a tiny little bit of highlighter at the time, so I used this one. It's the High Beam by Benefit. And at this point I had actually figured out where highlighter was supposed to go. Which is not literally under your eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit, and then we can move on to the lips, which is the final bit. So now we have highlighter on. I'm just going to go do my mascara. So the mascara that I actually used at the time was Urban Decay Perversion. So this one, but it's like 5 years old. I have it because I was too lazy to throw it out. Yeah, I know. But I'm going to be using the one by Zoeva, and I did also curl my eyelashes at this point in time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, put the mascara on, and then we're gonna finish up with the lips. Our mascara on now. Now we're gonna move on to the lips. So for the lips, I always use the Smashbox. So I had two that I used. It was either this one by Smashbox or another one in a similar shade that I had by Chanel. And these were the only lipsticks that I actually owned and used. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that one on. Okay, and you would think that the look was finished there. I have one small thing that I need to add, not makeup, because at this point in time, right now, I'm wearing contacts, but at this point in time, I was too terrified to put contacts on. So I put all of this on, and then I'm gonna go get them. And then I put my glasses on. Because this is how everybody should go clubbing. Like this, with glasses. You just put a crap ton of work into your look, and then you're gonna go put your glasses on. And I'm seeing like double right now because I've got two lenses in, but that is literally what I look like. That is the look that I was rocking in university when I was 19. But you know what, some of us are late bloomers, you know, we've all been there, we've all had our makeup mistakes, okay? Let's not pretend like nobody's innocent. We've all had some hiccups along the way, but these were my biggest mistakes ever. If you guys liked the video, I would be very happy if you could go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like this video and other videos that I have on my channel, then it would be very great if you could subscribe. I will have the links down below to my Facebook, my Instagram, my WhatsApp. Let's try that again. My Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog. That's what you get. Yeah, and so if you guys want to check those out down below, I post regularly on all of them. And yeah, that was it for today. Bye!